Hold the applause. Welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence. As always, I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. I do have my partner in crime. No, he is not McGruff the crime dog. He is the one and the only Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
You know, fantastic. Interesting introduction there.
Hey, I got to have something new every week, and that's what I thought of. But you know what? Let's talk about stocks. We're a little bit better than that.
Let's do that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
We had a great week in the markets, but just real quick, our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, on their 25th year, teaching people just like you how to trade and invest in the financial markets. We talk about all the financial markets, stocks, options, futures, forex, cryptocurrency. We had a wild week this week. It's like the Wild West. Last week, it was down like a lion. This week, it is up like a lamb. I mean, we're seeing some pretty big volatility in these markets right now. S&P 500 getting, closer to that all-time high from a couple of weeks ago. The Dow, the same thing. NASDAQ, or they're all doing about the same thing right now. They're kind of playing with each other there. You got oil, where we've been talking about oil with the drastic drop that it had in the last few weeks here. Wow, that thing has skyrocketed up a little bit. Another one, a little tricky one here. Ford actually consolidating for a little bit here. Same thing as the U.S. dollar, which is a little confusing with what the stock market is doing. But guess what? Cryptocurrency, down big for those crypto hodlers. You have Bitcoin down roughly about 30% from the high right now. That's a pretty big drop. If that was a stock market, boy, we would have people flood into the gates right now. But in cryptocurrency, they just hold on for dear life. Let's talk about some of those different strategies today. We have a lot of listeners that really don't have a strategy trading and investing, but they want one. They want to have a smarter investment strategy to make better investing decisions, whether they're trading in their income accounts or their retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, whatever those retirement accounts are. So let's talk about that. What are you seeing in the markets right now, and how can you take a strategy, follow rules to make smart investing decisions?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned strategy, because everybody needs to have a strategy, a plan that they use. And it really starts with the individual. What are you looking for? You can't figure out how to invest your money until you know what you're investing for. And that's really where we start with our students. Where are you now? Where do you want to be in the future? And then let's help you put together a strategy or a plan that helps you to get there. And just bottom line is, you don't have a proper trading system or strategy unless you know where to get out of a position before you enter it. And what I mean by that is, don't just look at putting money into something and then holding on and just basically that's crossing your fingers, hoping that things work out. Well, there's three parts to every trade or investment. There's an entry point and there's two exits. One is an exit if you're wrong. So anytime you are wrong, it's a minimal hit. And then there's an exit when you're right, and that's basically protecting your profit. So what we do is start by, first of all, talking to each person individually and finding out what their goal is. Where do you want to be in the future, and how can we help you to kind of bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to go? And there's a number of things that are part of that strategy. I think most people have kind of been conditioned to believe certain things by Wall Street, and we basically have to start by kind of cleansing their brain, sort of, and having them realize that a lot of the things that you have been conditioned to believe are not true. Wall Street depends significantly on clients to collect fees from. It's a very lucrative business, and they don't want people to gain too much knowledge, develop the skills to be able to do things where they don't need to use them.
Well, I think that's why, especially when Wall Street is on TV talking and stuff like that, even brokers, advisors, they say all these big words, these crazy words, dovish, hawkish. What does some of that stuff mean? And it's really to confuse the average person. If you talk, we were doing a TV show the other day, and we were talking about, the host was asking, hey, it's daunting. I don't even know what's going on in these markets. Right. But you're conditioned to say stuff like that. You're conditioned to do that because they say all these big, crazy words.
Well, go to the library or Barnes & Noble and look in the financial section. Look at all of the books dealing with different subjects on investing. And there's, maybe 50 to 100 books on different investing styles or different things that you can do. It just confuses people. And to be honest with you, you can keep it very simple because the only thing that really is important to you is how your investments or your trades perform, which means that if you get into a position, you need to have the price go the direction you want it to go. Well, isn't it then important to know when price is going to change? And then that starts with knowing who changes price, who has enough clout out there to impact the movement of price. And it's not me, it's not Josh, it's not us combined.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, sorry
That's too bad.
Sorry to
you burst my bubble there, Mr. Crime Dog.
Deflate your ego there a bit. But it's the big institutions. I mean, we don't have billions of dollars to put into a position. Warren Buffett does. I mean, he put $10.7 billion into an IBM position a number of years ago. That's enough to move the price. In fact, it's more than enough to move the price. It's too much. So he knows that he only can get part of an order filled at one time. Same thing with all the big institutions. What we want to do is show our students how to identify where the institutions are going to impact price before it happens so you can be positioned with your trade or your investment at that point.
Yep.
Simplify it. Keep it simple. Just look at what factually impacts the price of something. We know what that is. We've built a strategy that we teach our students that shows them how to take advantage of that.
You're right. So when you understand who moves the market, it's the banks. I mean, a lot of people think it's just, public, regular people trading and institutions. It's actually pretty simple. It's an exchange of money or exchange of capital from the people that don't know what they're doing to the people that do. So how do you bridge that gap, as Al was talking about? You need to understand those strategies that the banks are using, the big money. We call it the smart money every once in a while. They're always making money in the markets. They're always profiting, so we want to trade like them. And Online Trading Academy has a strategy that's designed to teach you to make better investing decisions, whether you're trading for income potential or maybe you're just managing a portfolio, maybe an IRA or a 401k. And it's just doing that with confidence, and you have to gain some knowledge to do that, but also some skill. We actually have investing classes right here in Bloomington. We're local. Actually, as I kicked the show off here at Online Trading Academy on their 25th year, teaching people skills of trading and investing in the financial markets. So I want to give you away some tickets to an investing class right here in Bloomington. We do these during the week. We also do these on the weekend. And these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, our many strategies, which are designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. So callers 1 through 10 right now, call 952-814-4410 for 2 tickets for this investing class, 952-814-4410, or you can just text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to get a link back with a preview of what to expect in this investing class, but also one of our team members will give you a call and get you set up for that investing class right here in Bloomington. Al, coming up next, I want to talk more about this strategy to make smart investing decisions, but we have a lot of listeners that want extra income potential.
Right.
How do you do that? How do you bridge that gap? You need a strategy that's designed to follow those banks. Coming up next. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back.